Let me ask you a wild question. Why is that some ads, some landing pages, some webinars make crazy amount of money, while that the same offer but on a different landing page, different webinar, different ad doesn't make any money at all? It's not luck, it's not the product you have, it's the words you use. Because the right words can get money out of thin air, while the wrong words cannot even sell gold. There's a company called Agora Financials which does $133 million a year in revenue. And you know what? They don't do webinars, they don't do any workshops, they sell financial products, but the only thing that they use to do this is called as copywriting. And any big copywriter you meet, anyone who has made some money with copywriting, will talk about Agora Financials because they are one of the best in writing copies. Here's what their model is. They run ads to get people into a newsletter, and from that newsletter, they make $133 million. Like, that's the sales process. Like, imagine that for a second. You're a copywriter, you send some words and you make that kind of money. In rupees, that would be, I think, 1,000 crores approximately a year with copywriting. Agora Financials. Search them out, you understand that. But this whole video is now going to be about how can you use copywriting for yourself in your business, because with copy I've made a lot of money. Agora Financials has, I think, 6 courses. I have completed 3-4 courses of Agora Financials already. I've read a lot of books. I have other people who have learned copywriting from. I have other resources. I have dissected pages. I have done a lot of research in copy, and I'm learning this skill for the past 6 years. And in this video, I'm going to dissect all of that to make this video a masterclass on copy for you. And the crazy part is that a lot of people think copywriting is about sounding smart, using jargons, having the best words possible, sounding clever when someone reads your article, whatever. But I feel like copywriting is about writing the simplest words that you can, that even a 5th grader can read, but those print money. Because what's the difference between copywriting for an article and copywriting for a sales page? Because I think what you do in article is called as content writing. People don't understand the difference. Content writers are different. These are broke people, they don't make money. I have not seen content writers make a lot of money. Copywriters, on the other hand, make a lot of money because these people write copy, and copy is nothing but salesmanship, right? Selling in print. Like, imagine you have a salesman, but that salesman is in print. Like, it doesn't go, walking door by door or calling someone. It works 24/7 into 365, because whenever someone reads it, it sells, right? So that's copywriting. And you use copywriting everywhere. You use it on your social media, on your stories, on your ads, in your scripts, webinars, calls. Everywhere what you're using words. And those words, when printed down somewhere to give you a result, is called as copywriting. In this video, I'm going to share all the lessons I've learned till now, mistakes I've done, everything in detail, so that you become a master of copywriting as soon as possible. But understand this, without practice, nothing works. Just watching this video and feeling like you have become a copywriter would not work at all. You need to practice this stuff again and again and again, which will make you a master in it. And once you become a master, bro, you are never going hungry. And the second part I want to talk on is the GPT part. A lot of people think that copywriting is eliminated because now GPT has come in, all of that part. Well, let me just give you a new news that has come in the marketplace. OpenAI just hired a content marketer. Why do they need to hire a content marketer, guys? Why they need to hire a marketing strategist for them? Because they have GPT with them. Can't they use it? Well, I think you haven't understood the point yet. See, GPT can do the thinking work for you, I understand. GPT can write copies, but someone else can also use it. You don't have any advantage yet. Unless you are a master prompter, you don't have any advantage. That's why I feel that real skills are real skills. Even if AI comes, I'll not leave writing copy, is because I love it. I just love the fact that I can close someone by not even meeting them and just writing something on a paper and sending it to their house. Like, that's the amazing skill that you can have. And I would just do that even if AI comes, because I am here for mastery. I'm not here for some tricks and just to make money. I'm here for mastery of the skill, and I just love working on this. I love working on copy, on ads, on whatever you see on this channel. I just love working on that. So I'll keep on doing that, because it's not about AI. You can use AI to make it better. You can use AI for feedback. You can use AI to replicate faster. But I would say thinking should be done by you, because if you have thought, it just plays out really well. Imagine this video was full AI. That means I asked ChatGPT, I want to make a YouTube video in copywriting, tell me some points, it writes some points, and now I'm sharing with you in the YouTube video. Like, I don't think that creates any impact. Rather, I give you stories and examples of how something helped me, my experiences. I share this in a video, and now you apply it in your business, which really works. That is impact, right? So the whole idea is don't use GPT too much, use your brains, become a good copywriter, you eventually make more money, use GPT to scale yourself. And just for your information, FYI, my handwritten ads, I did this experiment 2 months back, my handwritten ads still beat GPT. I hire a prompt engineer type person for marketing thing, agency they run, and I'm like, okay, give me 20 scripts, this is the funnel, this is the headline, all of that. They give me 20 scripts, I wrote 20 scripts myself, I won. And I didn't won by 1:2, I won it by 1:3. That means for every one that they worked, my 3 worked. So it still works, right? So the idea is, I'm not saying that this will be the case forever. Might be one day AI eats me and I'm fine with it. I'll still learn because I'm here to learn, not just getting replaced by AI and having a fear of it and that's why I'm not learning anything. See, I just love the fact of learning. Forget about I make money from this or not. I'm just curious about this topic, right? So let's start with the masterclass. This is going to be a hands-down video on copywriting. Take notes, because without notes, you'll not get a single thing in your head. Now, I'll start with something called as the DNA of greatest marketers, right? So if you want to understand, like if you want to become the greatest of the greatest marketers, like what should be your DNA? I'll simply tell you, what I have seen in the DNA is copy plus sales. Like all of them have either done door-to-door sales, phone sales, some kind of sales, and all of them have practiced copy for more than 5-10 years. If you want to also become the greatest of the greatest of the greatest marketers, I think you should be focusing on these two and mastering copy and sales whenever you can. It should be part of your DNA. Like it should feel like if this is not in your life is empty. And when I talk about copywriting is not about using great words, making great statements, having slogans, rhyming words. It's not about that. Copywriting is about how can I make a 5th grader take money out of his pocket and give it to me. Like that's what copywriting is. Like how can I make it so simple that anyone who reads it wants to pay me money? And if I can do that, that's the eventual game of copywriting. That's the eventual result you want from copywriting. Now, before I get into copy, I want to make one thing clear. Offer is greater than copy everywhere. If your offer is not good and you're watching this video thinking, oh, I sell shit, but just teach me how to write good copy and I'll make $1 million out of that. No, that is not going to happen. Offer is the most important part. If your offer is bad, if your offer is not converting, if your offer is something that people don't want, if you don't solve a problem, if your offer is not unique, it doesn't differentiate, it does not have USP, no matter how good of a copywriter you are, you cannot sell it. Every great marketer, every good copywriter wants some kind of a unique mechanism through which they can elevate the offer. See, offer is what I call a substance, right? It is the basic substance that you have. Copy is something that amplifies the substance, right? Now I can amplify a bad product. I can amplify this much of substance to this much, but that will never give me a long-term customer and they would just buy once. If I want a long-term customer who buys again and again from me, then my substance should also be high and then I amplify that substance, right? Probably multiply by 2, that means double of this, right? If you do more amplification than that, which you can do, it would not result into good customers is because you have promised too much while there's nothing to deliver, right? So offer is main and then the copy comes. Now let's understand how to write the best copy. Now, whenever you're starting to write copy, always you need to have the center focus as offer and you need to make a circle around the offer. Once you've made a circle around the offer, what you need to do is you need to make marks like this and start creating a mind map like this in detail, which just write features and everything about the offer. Example, the first thing I can write is credibility, like who is around this offer, right? And then I'll simply write 2 more things like it's about the person and the company. What about the person? What about the company? And I'll keep on creating a big mind map on just offer, right? The reason I'm creating this mind map first before writing the copy is to have all the points in front of me in my brain before I start writing a single word. Now, once I've done the whole mind map, I need 2 things. The number 1 thing I want is called as a differentiator, right? Like what differentiates this offer. And number thing I want is called as a superiority factor. That means what makes this offer superior. If I don't have these 2 things, I will not write the copy for the product. I'll work on the offer more. You cannot say your differentiator is we give better service. Your differentiator cannot be we are the best. Your differentiator cannot be we have good support. Bakwas, you know it, I know it, it's bakwas. Jhoot mat bola karo khud se. Have a real intrinsic differentiator. The keyword is intrinsic. That means it is tangible as a differentiator. Example, ISEX differentiator in the whole coaching industry was we give a one-on-one business coach for you till you become successful. By success, we mean you make double of what you paid us. This was a differentiator. The superiority was we bring your expense of the year down by 10 lakhs by giving you a Zoom account, this, that. We used to do that earlier, now we don't do it. But we give you XYZ, so that the expense that a normal coach has of every year of 10 lakh rupees, that goes to zero because you're working with us. So that's the superiority we had in the marketplace, and the differentiator we had, it was a one-on-one business coach. None of my competitors were able to give a one-on-one business coach that comes on weekly calls every single week without a fail and gives them feedback for months and months and months for the same cost. Because of these two things, I was having a differentiated offer and a superior offer. Understand this, differentiated gets you noticed. If you are not noticed in the marketplace, if they feel like, why same offer, noticed will come when differentiator is there. Superiority gets you the sale. If you're superior, selling would be easier. If you're differentiated, getting noticed would be easier. The idea is to have both so that you're noticed and you get the sale as well at the same time. The idea is that because I have a differentiator, because I have a superior, because my offer is great, I've got these two things. Copy, even if it is weak, it is fine. If you write a 5 out of 10 copy for a really good offer, it's still fine because that will work. But if your offer is like 2 out of 10 and you write a 10 out of 10 copy, it will still give you medium results. It will not give you really good results because the offer is bad on its own. So the first thing you need to do is you need to become good at writing good offers and then become good at writing good copy. The assumption is if you're watching this video, you're already good at offer writing and now you're learning copywriting. Now, if you want a video on becoming a master of offers, you can click one of the banners above and you will see that. Now, before I get into copy first, I need to make you understand one thing. So first you write the offer, you make a mind map of the offer, then you write the differentiator and the superiority factor. Once you have done that, you need to master something behind copy as well, right? That comes after copy. What is that? Well, someone sees the offer is great, they want to buy it. They see the copy, they click on the button to buy it. The next thing that comes is something called the checkout page, which is the page where they check out in order to buy this. This checkout page should have 3 things. Number 1, it should be easy to use. That means someone clicks and wants to buy, it should be easy. The reason I'm telling all of this is because if your copy is great and people are clicking but not buying, you might think the copy is not great, that's why people aren't buying. Sometimes it's a checkout page mistake. So it should be easy, it should be exciting. That means the offer should be said again and revamped over here. This copy thing that you did, that whole thing should be summarized on the checkout page once more, should become exciting to buy. And lastly, they should feel safe. And I'm writing this in capitals because it's the most important part. So add some Visa, Masterclass logos, do all of that part on the checkout page so that they feel safe while they're checking out. So which brings me how to write the master copy, which is number 1 point that I've already told you, which is offer then greater than copy. Now offer is greater than copy, we know. That's why you need to master offer writing first and then copywriting. If you have a genius offer, then you don't need to be a genius copywriter and you'll still make money. In the start of my career, I was not a genius copywriter because I just started learning it, but I had very good acumen on writing offers, due to which I made a lot of money, and that just compounded over time. Number 2, you need to understand why people buy, right? If you don't understand this, like why people buy, you cannot influence their decision. And a lot of people spend time on how do I make people buy, what do people buy, how to make people buy, all of that part, but nobody spends time on why do people actually buy. If you understand that one part, everything else becomes much more easier. Writing copy, writing ads, making webinars, everything becomes much more easier. That's why you need to understand why someone buys. And if you have the answer of why, everything else would fall onto place automatically. Because you need to understand that people don't buy products or people don't buy services. They buy change, they buy transformation, and they buy results. That's why your whole copy that you write should talk about the change they will have, the transformation they will go through, and the result they will achieve. Again, I'll repeat, the change they need to do, the transformation they will receive, and because of the transformation, what result they will achieve. And if these 3 things are talked about, the product and service automatically gets covered in those statements. What most people do is they talk about product, then the features, then the benefits, all of that part. But they don't know about the change, the transformation, the results, due to which this feels empty. That's why you need to become a master of writing CTR, and that's why product and service automatically gets sold, because you're talking about the change and the transformation and the result. And people are buying to solve problems. People are not buying products for the sake of products. People don't buy service for the sake of service. People buy product and services because they want to go through a change, get a transformation, and get a particular result. They want to solve a particular problem. The more you can talk about the problem, the more you can talk about the solution, the better it is. And that's why your copy should have 2 different elements. The number 1 element should be desire, right? Desire means what they want to go towards, basically the pleasure part, right? So this is something that you again make a mind map on. And the second part is called as distress. The stress is basically the things that gives them stress, is nothing but the pain, right? So the idea is that you again make a mind map, right? So now you have done the mind map offer. Now you do the mind map of your product or service. You make a circle, and then you again make a whole full mind map in detail, which covers everything about the pleasure and pain. That means what is the pain? In this pain, what are 2-3 pains? In that, what is the minute pains? Everything in detail of pain and pleasure. And then after each pain and pleasure that you have written, in brackets over there, like over here, over here, over here, everywhere, you will write what emotion that triggers. I'll give you a very simple example. Let's say the product is ice X, right? I'm selling ice X to you. Now, I'm talking about the pleasure. The pleasure is you will make more money. But what is the emotion with this, right? Because people buy emotion and justify logically, right? People don't buy logically, people buy emotions. So in bracket, I will write over here pride. Like the emotion I'm talking about here, which is make more money, is pride. Like they'll feel proud of themselves because they make more money. Or insecurity, like they'll claim one of the insecurity, or they will push their ego, whatever it is. You need to write the emotion. Then I'll go deep into this. What do you mean by make more money? Well, they will make more sales, they will make more revenue, and they will get more leads, because these are also pleasures of ISEX. So in sales, what is the emotion? In leads, what is the emotion? In revenue, what is the emotion? Everywhere, I just keep on mind mapping and writing the emotions down. And this would be done on a big chart paper, which will give you immense clarity on what a product service is, what is the pain and pleasure of that, and what each pain and pleasure needs the emotion to. The second part is the offer. That means the product and service, when made into an offer, how does the offer mind map looks like, due to which you will have immense clarity when writing copy, and automatically you'll become a better copywriter. Tell me this, if you just did these two activities, wouldn't you write better copy? You would, obviously, because now you understand more about the customer than an average copywriter, and that's why you'll write better copy than them. The third point I want to give you is the persuasion principle, right? How do you persuade people into buying whatever you have? And the formula I'm going to use is the formula given by Aristotle. Who was Aristotle? Well, he was the coach, teacher, whatever you want to call, mentor of Alexander the Great. So the person who conquered the world, I'm talking about his teacher. That teacher gave a simple formula. The formula was pathos, ethos, and logos. What is pathos? Pathos is nothing but the emotional appeal, right? How does your copy leads to emotional appeal of whatever you're selling? Ethos is identity, like who is selling it, what does it include, what's the identity of the product look like, what does the identity of the offer look like, and second part, how does it increase credibility? That identity that you're talking about in the whole copy, how does it increase the credibility? Let's say you are selling your own webinar through a sales page, right? A 299 rupees workshop. You need to talk about your own identity. Like as Himanshu Agrawal, if I'm selling that, what is my identity? Number one. And number two, if I'm describing the identity, what is the credibility behind the identity, right? So that's ethos. Third is logos. Logos is logic and reasoning plus reasoning. That means whenever I say a point, can I put logic behind that or reasoning behind that? Example, today is the best time to become a coach. And if you want to become a coach, come to me. Let's say that's the copy. Now that's average. Why? Because that does not follows the pathos, ethos, and logos formula. If I were to use it in this formula, I would say something like this. Today is the best time to become a coach in the human history. It's because it has never been easier and more fun than becoming a coach ever. Emotion. And to learn that, you need to have the best person for you to make you a coach, which I think is me. Identity. Because I have made more than 2,000 coaches make a crore. Credibility. The reason it is the best time to get into coaching industry right now is because that industry is growing by 9% CAGR and currently is sitting at $5 billion. Logic. Now that is again more persuading and influencing, because you're like, see, instead of just saying, hey, you can become a coach, it's the best time, come to me. The better way is use this format and then put the copy on the sales page or wherever you're saying it, which makes it more appealing and persuasive. And you know what a great copy is? A great copy is nothing but a combination of this. A great copy triggers emotional points, appeals to the identity of the customer. That means they feel like I am going to become part of the journey and this is me. Like they feel the identity. And lastly, it supports with logic and reasoning. That is nothing but a great copywriter's copy. Point number 4. My favorite one. This is called as benefits hierarchy. Everyone will tell you that you need to talk about benefits and benefits are everything and benefits help you sell more, blah, blah, bullshit, right? Nobody talks like how do you do it properly. I'll talk about the benefits hierarchy. There are 3 different hierarchies in benefits. The number 1 hierarchy is called as functional. That means there are functional benefits in each product. The second is called as dimensional. That means every product and service has different dimensions of benefits that you can provide. And third is called as emotional benefit, right? And I'll give you a very simple example. Let's say I'm selling this pen to you, right? This wonderful pen I'm selling to you, and I want to write copy for this wonderful pen. I will simply use 3 benefits hierarchy to write the benefits. A normal person will simply do one thing, which is write the features and then convert them into benefits. This marker has 640 E-type ink. It's a feature so that your ink never ends and you write for long, right? Simple. You convert a feature into benefit, which is good. This is what I call a moderate average copywriter. But a smart copywriter can talk about functional, dimensional, and emotional levels of it. I'm selling you this pen, right? And let's say I'm selling you the soft grip part of this, right? So this was a functional benefit which I talk about. The functional benefit is you have a soft grip in this pen, and because of that soft grip, you would be able to hold this pen comfortably, right? So this is the features, this is the benefit, right? This functional level. Dimensional level is where I can go into multiple dimensions of the same benefit. If I can hold the pen comfortably, what else it gives me, right? So I can simply say, hold without pain. 1 second. Write for hours. Number 3, doesn't hurt your fingers. You see what I'm doing? I can just go into one benefit and have multiple dimensions of it that can talk to different avatars of customers. And now comes emotional level. Emotional level is where I can talk about this and these combined together, what emotion it generates. So over here I can write something like, so that you can pour your heart out without pain. That means if you have my pen, you would have a soft grip, which will help you hold the pen comfortably. But that's not it. What happens is, when you use this pen, you are able to write for hours, your fingers don't pain, and you can pour your heart out into whatever you want to write without any pain. Now, this becomes a lot more persuasion about just a pen. Imagine what would happen with your product and services. So what you do is you write a functional benefit, then you go to dimensional level, and then you go to emotional level of that. Combine all of them is one benefit of that, right? And now soft grip. Second was ink, right? Whatever it was. Third was, let's say, the size of the pen, right? Fourth was the brand that you're using, right? Fifth was, let's say, the thickness of the marker, right? All of this would be going with functional, dimensional, emotional, combined together, one benefit. And now when you write copy like that, you're using less real estate, less space, but communicating more at the same time. Point number 5, Fox versus real benefits, right? So when we talk about benefits, there are 2 types of benefits. Number 1 is Fox. Fox is a little vague, right? You talk in the air. It's very abstract. Real is like very real. It is quantitative. It is something that you can feel, right? You need to understand that these kind of benefits work more than these kind of benefits. Example, if I say get more sales, it's a very vague thing, right? Get more sales of what? Of low ticket, high ticket, of front end, back end, from my existing customers or new customers. Like get more sales is vague. Real is quantitative. Get 5 new customers this week so that you stop worrying about bills, right? It's direct. It's quantitative. I can put in numbers, right? It's a real benefit that I can see when you say out in your copy, right? But when a lot of people ask me like, Himanshu, but I sell something vague. I sell subconscious mind training. I cannot give real, quantitative stuff in that. What should I do in that? Well, what you can do is you can apply the so that technique, number 1, or you can use the so you can technique and then talk about the real result they get because of that, due to which a fox will become real, right? So for example, I help you with subconscious mind training so you can program your mind for success and not get doubt next time when you're winning. Now it's real, right? So convert vague into real and understand the difference between a fox benefit and a real benefit. Now if your sales page has a lot of fox benefits, what I want you to do right now is pause this video, go on your sales page, see where are you having vague benefits, replace them with real benefits, and you'll be amazed by the amount of sales you get. Point number 6, the contrast principle. I love this one, right? It's very easy, it's very simple, but works like charm. The contrast principle is nothing but a proportion between the pain and the solution. That means the amount of pain is directly proportional with the excitement of solution. If the pain is really high, then the excitement of solution would be really high. If the pain is really low, then the excitement of solution would be really low. I'll give you a very simple example. Let's say I have a pill which is this big. Okay, this is my pill, this big. Now this pill, and there's one more pill, right? Pill number 2, which is this pill. Now this pill solves cancer, while this pill solves headache. My question is, for the pill number 1, Are you excited to buy? Would it cost a lot of money? Do you feel like paying a premium for it? Do you feel like it is rare, scarce? No. Pill number 2, right, which is the cancer pill. If I ask you, are you excited about buying it? Chances are yes. Would you pay a premium for it? Easily. Is it rare to find? Of course it would be, right? So you have to understand that it is the same exact pill, but the pain it solves makes it really different to the solution it gives, right? So when you're solving that particular pain and the pain is really high, then automatically the solution is expected to be premium, rare and used by less people, right? Known less. But if the pain is really common, then the solution would also be common and the excitement around that would not be there. So you need to create a contrast in your product in such a way so the pain automatically becomes high, and that's why the solution would become more premium, right? So you would see a lot of people sell their high ticket by saying, by adding guarantees and adding one-to-one support and all of that part. The reason they are doing that is because they're banking on offer. But if I were to say the same thing for a higher price to a bigger audience, then in that case, I will just pay with the copy. And I would change the pain to something else due to where the solution becomes something else only and people buy it more. I'm going to give you a crazy example of this. I read this in a book, okay? There was a person who used to sell sex pills, like which makes you, last longer in bed. Now that person was trying to sell to 25 to 35-year-olds who are not that good in bed and trying to sell that pill to them so that they can become good in bed. So the pain was relative and the solution was there, right? He wrote the copy, he did everything. And then he did not get any sales. And he tweaked it again. He had a good agency, did all of that part, but nothing was working out. The reason that was working out is because the contrast principle was not aligned. What he did was, one of the marketers came and he told that do not target these people. Target a different audience. Target 50-year-old plus. And have the messaging of saying that, you know what? You are married to a woman for 20 years now. Your body doesn't support erection and all of that part. That's why you're not good in bed right now. And that's why your wife feels that you're distant from them. Have this pill and solve that problem forever. The guy did $40 million in sales. One contrast. What he did was change the pain, due to which the solution became more exciting. He changed the audience, had the same exact pill to a different audience. By saying a different messaging, it made $40 million in sales. The idea is that your product can be sold, but might be you are in the wrong marketplace. Might be you're going to wrong people. Might be your customer is not the right fit for your product. So what you need to do is have a different contrast, go to a different audience, say a different messaging, and you would see it selling out again. Point number 7, research fanatic. That means you need to be a fanatic about research. I've told this 1,000 times in my videos. You don't have a marketing and sales problem, you have a research problem. And I'll say it again. You don't have a marketing or sales problem, you have a research problem. And the day you agree, you will make more sales. You are just lazy enough to not do enough research. And I'm telling you, before launching something, the amount of research I do is so enormous, so dangerous that you would just quit in the research phase itself. And because of that research, my marketing and sales always stands out and I always make money in the marketplace. And that's why I've broken records in the industry, because my research is top notch compared to everyone else. Everyone quits and in the research part, they do 3 days of research and be like, oh, I've done enough. Now I know the audience. No, you don't know shit about the audience, bro. I have done research on OIT for 9-8 months. Not launched a single thing, just doing the research of 8-9 months. And by the way, I'm not being lazy. Yeah, don't tell me that you don't have speed, you just wanted to be lazy and fuck around and that's why you were trying to research. Research, like 10 hours sitting on my computer just doing one thing, research. And once I'm done with my research, I'm like, let me launch a company. Here's what happens. In 1 year, it gets to 10 crores a month GMV. Beat that up now. You can't, because I've done the research. You can't beat this out, right? If I'm making a video like this, it's research, bro. I've done 3, 4, 5 years of copywriting practice, learning it from 6, 7 years, and now teaching you. And now putting that in a doc, writing everything for you, and now explaining in a video. Obviously, the video would be valuable than a paid course of copywriting is because I've done my research. This is the most important part. Most people fail in this. And research is not done in one way, it's done in multiple directions. Research about you, like what type of a person you are, what is your identity, what is your Myers-Briggs test, what is your Ocean test, like multiple tests, right? And then research about market, like what's happening overall in the market, industry-wise what is happening, right? Different industries parallel to your industry, what is happening in those. Then your prospects, who are they like? Leads, how are they like? Customers, how they are like? How would your fan look like? How does your competition look like? How does your indirect competition looks like? And on each one of them, I would have like a full notebook written. Notebook, not papers, notebook. Like I just keep on writing notes on research and laptop and writing notes just over my indirect competitors. How will you beat me? You can't. because the research is so fanatic. And I've seen that every great marketer I've met is a research fanatic. They know about their customers better than anyone else. Like the reason I can predict funnels, the reason I can predict when to exit, when to enter, the reason I stopped my ads 1 year before is because I understand the market better than anyone else. I have the pulse of the market. Right now, you talk to anyone, everyone is struggling with ads. Like I'm recording this in September right now, 2025. Everyone is struggling with ads. I prepared a year back. I've done the research, bro. It's all about understanding the pulse of the market. Like I know my customers better than anyone else. I know what cigarettes they have in common. Like 70% of my audience has X cigarettes. 70% of my audience only likes X alcohol. 50% of my people drive this car. Like how will you beat me? I've like that level of research, and this is what stands me out as a marketer, not the knowledge I have. Obviously it plays the role, but this research, this makes me relevant to everyone who's going to buy from me and make everyone else irrelevant because they don't know shit about their customers. They're just writing templates from here and there and putting that together to make some sales. And here's the thing, bro. When I'm making this channel, I want this channel's audience to be the most elite ones. The reason I teach you all this part and give you this kind of value so that you should stand out in the marketplace. Like I would feel really proud when people of this channel stand out in the marketplace. Like I can hear names of, oh, you follow that channel, you must be good. Like if you say that in an interview, people should be like, I'm hiring you. Like there are ex-employees of mine who get hired anywhere easily just because you're like, oh, Himanshu's company, come. Because they know that you have been trained well, you know professionalism, you know all of that part, your standards are high, XYZ. The reason I'm doing all of this for free is because this takes a lot of effort, man. You can understand the production team, 2 angles, 5 angles, and everything. This 1 hour of just teaching you copywriting for free. I can make this in a paid course and people would pay me money for that and be very happy after paying the money. But the reason I'm doing this for free is so that you become a talent. You really become a good talent. Like people should be paying you money, standing in lines because you have consumed this kind of content. And this audience is different, bro. This is not an audience of a normal business channel. This is a different audience because I'm teaching you every skill possible in the deepest manner possible for free. So the first mission is to eliminate courses. Like nobody would sell courses ever. And that's what my next mission is. I'll just eliminate everyone. And the second part is you become so good of a talent that you never need to buy something from anyone, but people buy from you, right? So one of the things you need to become a master of is research. Like as a subscriber of this channel, take this pledge that you'll become the best researcher in the world on your particular concept or your particular topic or your particular industry. And if you can do that, you have just beat 80% of people like that only. Point number 9, your primary promise is the main idea, right? Primary promise is the main idea. This simply means that whatever promise you want to do to the customers, there are multiple promises that you do throughout the sales page, throughout the whole copy. But the primary promise is the most important one. And the primary promise has 4 different variables. It should be big, it should be bold, it should be really specific, and it should be believable. Here's the problem. Because marketers make money, they do all these 3, but don't do this. It should be believable. They should feel like I can do this. You see any of my competition, they would have messaging like this. How to get 50 appointments. How to make a crore in your coaching business. How to work from home and make 3 lakhs a month. What was my messaging? How to build an AI funnel in less than 3 hours. It's big, it's bold, it's specific, and it is believable. Making 3 lakhs a month, make 1 crore a month, get appointments, all of that is all not believable stuff because the customer has fears, desires, problems, frustrations, and because of those dilemmas, they can't believe what you are saying. Because they can't believe, they will not opt in. The reason I was able to scale on 4 lakhs a day ad spend is because my front end is working. That's why, right? None of them front end is working. That's why they can't scale. I can scale. The reason my front end is working is because it's big, bold, and specific, which everyone also does, but it's believable. That means whatever I say, people feel like, हाँ ये हो सकता है. If he's using AI to build a funnel, maybe 3 years में हाँ possible तो है. Let me check it out. That's when I get the sale. And from there, the transition happens to the whole backend and everything. But the idea is it should be believable enough so that people buy from you. Point number 10, unique mechanism. And don't try to chip out the same thing that your competition does or else you are eliminated. What is your unique mechanism? Some people unique mechanism is a funnel. Some people unique mechanism is ads. Some people unique mechanism is videos. Understand how you can make a unique mechanism really unique. Like nobody else has that mechanism, right? If I can make a platform which is, let's say, example, right? Hypothetically, I'm Zuckerberg and I launch a platform which is, know what targeting your competition is using with this X tool, X price. I don't need to write great copy because it will sell out automatically. Why? Because I'm just giving you the direct targeting that your competition is doing right now on their ad manager and give you exact CP of each targeting so that you can use the best one for yourself. Like, amazing tool, easy to sell. Now that is a unique mechanism. The unique mechanism becomes the platform I've launched, right? Why I can launch that platform? Because I'm the owner of Meta. Just an example, right? You need to understand that on your level, when you're sitting at your level, what is your unique mechanism? The unique mechanism we introduced with ISEX was one-to-one hand-holding. That means our business coach sits with you one-to-one till the time you get the result, right? This one-to-one hand-holding helps me to get more and more sales because the unique mechanism is clearly identified out. None of my competition is giving one-to-one hand-holding till the time you pass out until the time you get success, due to which my unique mechanism will sell more and I would make more money. Unique mechanism second was AI funnels. I can sell funnels. Everyone knows funnels and everyone has unique mechanism of funnels, which is like, hey, learn to build a funnel. You can build a funnel and get leads, get sales. Boring. AI funnels. Oh, now this is new. You can build a funnel with AI? Oh, great. Let me check it out, right? Unique mechanism. Again, how can you make it unique? And now just don't put AI in front of everything and think it's unique because now everyone is using it. Put brains. Again, RESEARCH, research. 2 years back, I did the research, understood if I use AI funnels, I'll win. I used it, I won. You need to think what works for you and then accordingly use the unique mechanism for yourself. Point number 11. Emotions to use, right? So when you're targeting your customers, and I'm talking a lot about emotions, you're like, Himanshu, what emotions should I cater to? Because there are thousands of emotions that a human goes through and some of them vocabulary I don't even know. So there are some emotions that you can definitely trigger every single time when you're writing copy because that helps you sell more. So the top 4 are fear and greed. Why do I know these are the top 2 first? Is because the whole stock market and the whole money markets run on these 2 emotions, fear and greed, right? And that is trillions and trillions of dollars. So if only 2 emotions can lead trillions and trillions of dollars, you can use that in your copy as well, right? Common sense. So fear and greed are top 2. Then the next are guilt and shame. These are powerful motivators. The reason you are building your body right now is because you had guilt or shame around your body some time back. The reason making too much money right now is because you had guilt and shame regarding money. The reason you are too much learning about relationship because you had guilt and shame around relationship some time back. So we had some kind of guilt or shame in our childhood or when we were growing up, due to which we are doing whatever you're doing right now, just to prove ourselves that this matters. And that's why I'm saying the guilt and shame works the second most. So fear, greed, guilt, shame. This is for sure coming in your copy no matter what happens. Then next emotions are anger, pride, envy. People can do amazing work when they are envious, when they are jealous, right? So use envy. Anger. Of course, you know it works because in anger people take decisions that they should not. And some people take buying decisions in anger, which is fine. Next is pride. Like if you can make some people pride and associate that emotion with your product or service, you eventually make more money. And the last one, very important one, is something called as belongingness. A lot of people don't think about this, but belongingness. How can you make someone belong to something? Like you belong to the coaching industry, you belong to the crypto world, you belong to the teachers arena, you belong in our ISEX awards. Like the belongingness things helps people take action and you can sell more with that. One of the things we used to do was with ISEX awards, right? So we used to give awards on stage and that thing is nothing but we are trying to trigger pride and belongingness in that. So when I used to sell ISEX, I used to tell that if you cross this amount, you'll get an award on a stage in which hundreds of people are sitting and you'll be awarded blah blah blah, which creates pride and belongingness in people because they're like, I now belong to this category of people, which makes them buy even more. Point number 12, mastering hooks. Okay, I'll give you a very simple way to understand hooks, right? Hooks are nothing but if you can have promise plus curiosity. If you can do those 2 things, you will be mastering hooks very easily. But if you want a specific detail and master hooks on that and understand clicks, how do you get that? Just click one of the videos above and you'll get that. But if you can have a promise and have curiosity with that promise, your hooks would naturally perform better. Like if people can say something like, wow, that's interesting. Oh, I haven't heard this before. This could, change everything for my business, for my life, for my relationship, whatever it is. If they can say something like this just after listening to your hook, not about your product or service, just listening to the hook and they're like, wow, that means it's a great hook and the chance of that working is really great. Like your hook should be always specific, but it should feel fresh and new. Like don't use the same boring hooks that everyone use. Hey, are you a coach who started? Don't do all of that bullshit, bro. Think of something new and create hooks on that, because that will lead you to get edge over the competition and get more market share and penetrate faster because your hooks are new and fresh. So think again, how does it come from? RESEARSH, research. You need to become a master of research. By the way, I'm thinking, we have said this a lot, if you would like to have another video on research, like how do you do research A to Z, I think it would be a 3-hour video easily. But how do you master research? Then let me know in the comments. I'll make a video on that. Point number 13, which is how to write. So when you're writing copy, you might be having doubts of how should I write this, how should I write that. I'll give you 3-4 simple steps to follow every single time. Number 1, your FK score should be less than 8. In simpler language, it should be easily readable for a 5th grade student, right? So now what you need to do is write your copy as it is, whatever you feel like. And do not try to write like a 5-year-old, because then it's a problem. Now we have tools. So what you can do is, you can simply write your whole copy, take the copy, paste it into GPT and simply give the prompt of convert this so that a 5-year-old can also understand. And that will convert your whole copy into 5-year-old. And this technique you can use right now, this moment, to make more money. Just take your landing page copy, take your ads copy, put all of them into GPT and turn this into something that 5-year-old can understand. It will rewrite the whole thing, shoot the whole thing again, write the new sales page, make a new sales page, landing page, test it out, and you'll see you'll make more money. Because if more people understand, more people buy. Common sense. Out of 100, if 20 people understand your language, there's a chance of getting 20 sales max. Out of 100, if 80 people understand, then you might get more than 20 sales for sure, right? So the idea is make more people understand so that eventually get more sales at the end. Number 2, write like you talk. Right? Don't just write for the sake of writing and think you're Shakespeare, right? Write like you talk, because if you do that, then you would always have a copy that is talking to the customer, not throwing words at the customer, right? So when someone is reading your copy, they feel like, oh, this person looks like he's talking to me, right? So write like you talk, and the best way you can do that is not write copy. The best way you can do this is simply take a doc and start writing copy. Whatever you can write, the whole sales page you wrote, right? Press enter, done. Now take your phone, because you have a lot of ideas going in your mind, open your voice note thing and start saying the whole thing, whatever is in your mind. Don't read the doc, whatever is in your mind, just say the whole sales page again, whatever is in your mind, all the benefits, feature, emotion, everything. Just say it in the voice note, put that voice note back into GPT and say, turn this into text. You have the text in front of you, and now say, convert this into a sales page copy. You would be mind blown by the result it gives. And now take your own copy, mix match little bit things, and you would have a great copy written for your sales page. Next, use short and choppy sentences. Don't write paragraphs, don't write too much text. Like somewhere it's fine, but use moreover short and choppy text. Like the better you can do that, the finer it is. Like instead of saying, hi, my name is Himanshu and I'm the founder, ex-founder of ICE, and currently I run O8 and I have been doing this and you can do, right? Hi, my name is Himanshu. Now I'll write bullets. Founder, co-founder, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I've achieved, blah, blah, blah. This looks much more better when someone is reading compared to a whole paragraph or Himanshu Agrawal, right? So use bullets rather than whole paragraphs. Okay, next one. Verbs are greater than adjectives. Now, for those who haven't crossed the 5th class, adjectives is how do you describe a noun, right? So a horse is a noun, good horse, beautiful horse, fast horse. All these words are adjectives. Verbs are action words, right? So when I say horse running, running is a verb. Horse drinking, drinking is a verb. These are action words. You have to use more of verbs, not more of adjectives. Here's what people do. This is the most effective, persuasive, greatest video on planet Earth. Greatest, most effective, persuasive is all adjectives. You need to use more of verbs. So what you need to do is simply take your whole sales page copy, all your ad scripts, wherever you've written copy, go to GPT and simply say this prompt, which is turn all adjectives in this copy into verbs. Why? Meaning the same. Enter. And you'll be mind blown with the copy, because you convert all the adjectives into verbs without you putting any effort, and you would have the best copy written, because verbs work better than adjectives. Next, use present tense. I don't know why people talk in future tense. You will be able to do XYZ. You will be making a crore. You will. All of that is future tense. Always talk in present tense in copywriting. It works the most. When you talk in present tense, it feels like it's working right now. You saying that coaching industry will reach to this number is not a good mark. You saying coaching industry on this and will reach is better because you're talking about present and future both, right? So don't talk about past and future tense too much. Talk about the present tense because it feels like when I'm reading, it's talking to me directly in this particular time. Because understand this, when someone is reading, the words are playing out in their head, which sounds like sound. So it's technically talking. Someone is talking, right? But it's only one-way communication because the person is reading, thinking in their term what I'm reading, and then listing that in their mind only, which is simply talking, right? So talk in present tense, not future or past. One more technique. Replace all the ifs you have with when, right? What does that mean? You simply write, if you run ads, you would get X result. If you do sales calls, you will make money. When you say if, it's a doubt. Will I be able to? Like every if is creating a doubt in the mind of the customer. Whenever you write if, it's like doubt. It's like uncertainty. It's like maybe, maybe not, right? But when you say when, it feels certain. It feels clear, right? So if I have written, if you would do sales call, you'll make money. If you run ads with this system, you'll make money. I'll replace that with, when you do sales calls, you'll see a lot of money coming in your bank account. When you run ads, you'll see appointments on your calendar every single day. When? Again, what you do, take your whole sales pitch copy, put that in a Google Doc, press Ctrl F, type if, everywhere if is there, replace with when, magic done, you have a better copy written. One more technique that you can use is whenever you use the word but, replace that with and. Don't use the word but when you're writing copy. If you write something like, you need to do sales calls to make more money, but sales call may take time. You can run ads to get leads from tomorrow, but your cost per lead might be high, right? Divide or convert all that but into and, which will eventually make you more money. Here's how it happens. You will run ads today and generate leads. And I would normally say, but your cost per lead might be higher. Instead of that, I'll say, and your cost per lead might be higher in the start. When I add and, what I'm doing is I'm not negating the fact. I'm not destroying the fact because but destroys prefix. Now, whatever I said, you'd be like, kya bol raha hai aadmi? But listen to me and this would be your mind blown. You can use but to destroy any prefix in the world. I'll tell you a funny story to make this understand to you and you'll be mind blown. So, Ram sir was at my home, ठीक है? And मेरा एक friend है, उसकी शादी होने वाली थी, ठीक है? तो he was dating a girl and उसकी शादी होने वाली थी. तो राम सर आए, हम बात कर रहे थे, फन कर रहे थे, मज़े कर रहे थे, खाना खा रहे थे. तो वहाँ पे जो मेरा टीम मेंबर था जिसकी शादी होने वाली थी, यार राम सर मैं ना बहुत डाउटफुल हूँ शादी को लेके, ऐसा कुछ उसने बोला. तो राम सर वॉज लाइक कि ठीक है तुम्हें ना बट स्टेटमेंट यूज़ करना, शादी हो जाएगी. तो उसने बोला कैसे सर? तो उसने बोला आपको ना अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड को बट सिखाना पड़ेगा. तो उसने बोला क्या है सर, ये क्या फिलोसफी है? एंड देन ही गिव अ वेरी गुड सेल्स फार्मूला दैट आई स्टिल यूज टू द डेट, व्हिच वाज द बट फार्मूला. सो इमेजिन वो लड़की ने अपनी मम्मी को फ़ोन किया और बोला कि यार ये लड़का ना मुझे ठीक ठीक लग रहा है, आप बताओ क्या करना चाहिए. तो मम्मी ने ये बोला कि हाँ यार द गाय इज़ रिच बट अगली, राइट? द गाय इज़ रिच बट अगली. तो लड़की मन में क्या आएगा? हाँ यार आप सही बोल रही हो, आई डोंट थिंक आई शुड मैरी हिम. नाउ सी द स्टेटमेंट एंड द मैजिक. You change the prefix and suffix and see what happens. And now the girl responds, yeah, you are correct. The guy is ugly but rich. So whatever I say after the but becomes more important and whatever I say before the but becomes less important. Whenever you want to negate something, whenever you want to eliminate something, just use but. And when you use but, everything before that just becomes irrelevant, right? I can say something like, you know what, this video would be long. This video would be boring. This video might have a lot of words that you don't understand. But it would be the most important one. You will still watch it. Because whatever I said 3 disadvantages of the video, then said but and only one advantage. You'll still listen to one advantage. Why? Because you follow the but rule. So that's what I'm saying. Don't use but in copy because you don't know what you negate with that. That's why you use and so that both the points are considered while you're writing copy. You only use but when you really want to eliminate something and negate something as an objection. But can be used for objections easily. Example, you might say you don't have money, but I know you can arrange it. Now, I know you can arrange it is more important than you don't have money, right? So you can use that to clear objections as well. And now the whole idea is using all the 13 techniques are given by you. 3 techniques. The whole idea is how can you make the customer feel 3 things once they read your copy. Number 1, this is something new. If they feel it's something new, your copy is good. Number 2, if they get a certainty of this will work for me. That means they say, you know what, Himanshu, this will work for me. If they can feel that after reading a copy, your copy was good. And lastly, if they can say, Himanshu, last time it didn't work, but this time it would work because it was different, then you have sold them. While triggering all the emotions that are available in their body, and especially the ones that I've talked about, the 8-9 emotions, if you can make the customer feel all this with those 9 emotions, you have killed it, my bro. The whole idea is to watch this whole video, take more notes, and share this with someone who you find would get value. If you have a friend who's running ads and wants instant hacks to make their funnel more converting, send this video to them. Subscribe to the channel. It takes a lot of effort. And comment down below what was your favorite part, what else you want me to make the video on, and I'll see you in the next one.